Anything is possible. It started with a dream. Our passion made a difference and built a family. We've grown strong together.
And welcome to another video with Libby from libbystampz.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Thanks so much for watching today. Today I've got a new technique, or another technique, to show you. Stamp and Swish, I call it. And I'm using the Painted Poppies stamp set from the 2020 January to June mini catalogue. And here it is in the catalogue. So you get these beautiful images and it coordinates with the Painted Labels dies. These dies here. So, but today I'm using it with a punch, and I'm using sentiments from the Peaceful Moments, which coordinates with the Poppy Moments dies. We'll get started, and for today's video I'm just using the Painted Poppies stamps. So this is the stamp set, and it coordinates with these dies. Now they don't come on the magnetic sheet, that's my sheet, but it coordinates nicely with these dies. And then I'm using the Peaceful Moments sentiments today, which coordinates nicely with the Poppy Moments dies. So that's what we're using, and some Stampin' Blends. Plus I'm using the Timeless Label Punch today. Alright, so this is the card I've made, and here's one I made before, using the same stamp and same stamp set. Alright, so for today I'm using shimmery white cardstock. So I'm using this because I want to use some Stampin' Blends, and it will take the Stampin' Blends quite nicely. Now this technique's really easy to do. And alright, so the two colours I'm using are Pear Pizzazz and Balmy Blue. And we're going to make a similar card. So open up your ink pad. Alright, I'm going to use the back of this torn envelope for scrap paper. So I'll move my card out of the way and I'll bring in my ink pad. And we're using this image here from the Painted Poppy stamp set. And just ink it up. And on this scrap paper, stamp off, and then you're going to stamp on and give it a twist. See how you get that interesting effect? So stamp, ink up, stamp off, stamp on and give it a twist. Now you can come back in and fill in some bits. So ink up, stamp off, stamp on, give it a twist. Same again. Now I'm just going to see if I can fill in some of these little blanks doing the same thing. So that gives us sort of a grass effect with our Pear Pizzazz. Alright, then I'm going to clean that stamp off and come in with some Balmy Blue. So same thing again, we're going to ink up, stamp off, and then just come in towards the bottom, and you're going to give it that twist. It just gives you a really interesting and easy background to do. You can do it with any stamp. I just decided I'd do the painted poppies today and show you what sort of effect you can get. So using the Pear Pizzazz and the Balmy Blue, you're getting a sort of skyline technique and grass as well. So a little bit more, that might do us. Okay, so then I'm going to come in with this image. So the poppies image from Painted Poppies and some Memento Tuxedo Black, and I'm going to ink that up well. Now I like to give it a bit of a twist on my stamps just so I know I've covered that well. And although this isn't a photopolymer stamp, you can sort of line it up. And I want some of the poppies to be up in the blue, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit from the bottom and stamp down. Same again, ink it up again. Now when you store a Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad, store it upside down so the ink's always on the top. Alright, and then I'm just going to stamp it down again. Now while I've got this image out, we'll do our insert. See how easy it was to line that up? You could use your Stamparatus if you wanted to. So I've got my envelope and my card insert. Now on your envelope you need to leave the right hand side clear for postage, etc. So this is my cheats way. I have demonstrated it before of doing the envelope and the inside of the card all in one go. So I've inked up my image with Memento Black, and then I just come in and see how this image has got like a little divot in the middle. I'm going to use that to go in between, so along the join of where I've got my card insert and envelope together. Press down and hey presto, we've inked up our images on our insert and envelope, and we'll colour those a bit later. Alright, then I'm going to come back in with my shimmery white, and I'm going to just quickly use some Stampin' Blends to colour these. Now I've chosen to use Dark Poppy Parade. I'm not going to colour all of these in the same colour, so I might come in and take like a clump here in the middle and colour them with Dark Poppy Parade, but I'm not going to colour the whole of the poppy. You'll see I'll come back in later and colour it where I haven't coloured. So this is Dark Poppy Parade. I'm using the bullet tip end of my Stampin' Blends, and I'm just colouring quite haphazardly really the images that I've stamped down. I'll just do a couple more, and then on the other one I'm going to do the outside images. So these ones here, just using the bullet tip haphazardly, just dotting down. And you'll notice when I turn this over, not a lot of colour's gone through, and that's what you want, otherwise you're being too heavy-handed. So just dotting it down to colour these images very quickly. Alright, then I'm going to go to the outside, and you'll see, I'll pick this up in a minute, you'll be able to see I've left quite a bit of white space on the poppies that I have coloured. Alright, that'll do for the poppy parade. I'll just show you the white space. Hope you can see that more clearly. Alright, so then I'm going to come in with Flirty Flamingo, and this is the dark Flirty Flamingo, and I'm just going to colour very quickly, doing the same technique as before, just dotting the colour on and leaving some white space. So I'm doing that to all my images. So this field of poppies is Pink and Poppy Parade, Flirty Flamingo, Stampin' Blends, and just roughly colour the images. Just quickly doing these images. Alright, I think that's it. Okay, then I'm going to come in with some Calypso Coral, which sort of blends with both those colours. And this is light Calypso Coral. And I'm just going to go back in and fill up some of the white spaces. Not all of them. I'm going to leave some blank. And you don't need a colour lifter to blend these. They just seem to sort of blend in nicely as colours together. So now onto the Poppy Parade after I've done some of the Flirty Flamingo. Just going around there like that. And I'll be sharing a few more techniques with Stampin' Blends over the next few weeks. So stay tuned for my Monday technique videos, or how does she do that videos. So now onto the Flirty Flamingo. And it doesn't matter if you're not quite within the lines. Nothing in nature is perfect. So again on the Poppy Parade, you'll see how it just leaves that nice little tinge of colour. Gives it a bit of a difference when you look up close, and I'll show you a close-up in a second. So we'll just go in back over these. Alright, that's done. So I'll bring that closer to the camera so you can see what I've done there. Alright, now on the other one I used some Granny Apple Green to come in and go down the stems. I'm not going to do that this time, but what I am going to do is use the Granny Apple Green just to come in down off the main flower. I don't know if you know much about poppies, and I don't know a lot, but I remember as a kid when I picked them, they always had these little spots on their stems just under the flower of, I don't know whether it's pollen or what it is, but I'm just doing the base of the flower just to finish that off. So you can do the whole stem if you want to, or you can just come in and dot little bits on it. So that's what I've chosen to do. Now I've already done the sentiment, and I've used that out of the Peaceful Moments stamp set, and I've punched it out with the Timeless Label punch. Don't you love it when you can marry different products together? Alright, that'll do. Alright, so that's that bit done, and I've already got a card base done. So I've used Whisper White and Pear Pizzazz, and I'm just going to glue that on. And you can see how hardly any of that, of the Stampin' Blends have gone through, because I've just simply dotted it, just used tiny amount of pressure to dot that on there. So our card's nearly done. Just come in and take the Stampin' Dimensionals off, the backing off the Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm using up a sheet, so that's why I've got bits and pieces on there. Alright, so Might do this one straight on. Okay, then I think it needs some rhinestones, and I think the other one does too. I love these. So if you haven't got any of these, it's well worth buying some. Frosted and clear epoxy droplets, they're called, and they're just gorgeous. Have to have an odd number, don't you? Maybe one there. Okay, and on the other one I'll use the frosted ones. So I didn't finish that off before I did the video. So frosted and clear epoxy droplets, which are in the annual catalogue. Now you can shop online for all the products I've used in today's video, and I'd love you to shop with me, be a customer. So go to libbystampz.com and click on the shop button to buy any of these products. Now I'm giving away a free Painted Poppies tutorial bundle with every Painted Poppies stamp set which is purchased this month. Plus you go in the draw to win my monthly prize, which is an embossing folder, I think, from memory. Alright, so with this I'm just going to bring in Stampin' Up markers. You could use a blender pen with reinkers. You could use a Stampin' Blends. Just be careful that you use very light pressure with your Stampin' Blends so it doesn't go through your envelope. Doesn't matter quite so much for the insert, but for the envelope you don't want it going through the other side. So just using the brush end, the brush tip. And again, I'm not doing the whole of the image. I'll show you in a minute. Just I'm leaving little white bits, because when you look at anything in nature there's always lights and darks, shadows and what have you. So I tend to leave these a little bit water washed looking. So that's some Flirty Flamingo I've used on those, and come in and just add that to our card. And now's a great time to join if you've thought about joining Stampin' Up or you just want products at a discount. Now's a great time to join, and I'd love to talk to you about that. Watch my video on joining, my 10 top reasons for joining during celebration. There's a great little trimmer that you get free, plus some little DSP pack. This is the little trimmer. It's absolutely great, and you can only get it if you join. So there are our cards. We've got one happy birthday and one thank you, made with the Painted Poppies stamp set and the Peaceful Moments for the sentiments, and the Timeless Tag punch, and we used the Stamp and Twist technique today with Balmy Blue and Pear Pizzazz. Alright, thanks so much for stopping by. Bye for now.